The US and Israel attacked Iran across multiple cities. Tehran is burning and the supreme leader has been evacuated. Trump announced major combat operations under Operation Epic Fury. Iran hit back, but not at Israel, not at America. Iran fired missiles at 6 countries that did absolutely nothing: Bahrain, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia. The Gulf intercepted almost everything. But Iran does not need to win this war, it just needs to threaten one choke point. There's a strip of water most Indians have never heard of, 33 kilometers wide, sitting between Iran and Oman. It's called Strait of Hormuz. 1 in every 5 barrels of oil on earth passes through it daily. Saudi, Iraq, Kuwait, UAE, Qatar all export through this one narrow exit. And Iran sits on the northern shore with naval bases, missile systems, fast attack boats, and sea mines. India imports 90% of its crude. Half of that, roughly 2.6 million barrels a day, passes through this bottleneck. India's emergency reserves cover only 9 days. That is the distance between normal life and a national crisis. Crude closed Friday at $67. Analysts expect $80 on Monday. If the strait gets disrupted, $90, $100, even $120 is possible. Every dollar rise adds $2 billion to India's annual import bill. Higher petrol, higher LPG, higher food prices, higher inflation, and an RBI that cannot cut interest rates. Your EMI stays elevated and your SIP returns stay compressed. The Sensex already crashed 961 points on Friday, and Nifty broke below 25,200 before a single missile was fired. Monday has not been priced in yet. But this is not the India of 2008. India is growing at over 7%. Supply chains are rerouting here. Every multinational watching global uncertainty is asking where to build next. And the answer is India. Short-term pain, but long-term, this is the kind of dip you want to look back on. Build positions in quality Indian companies and hedge with real asset. Gold closed at $5 to $7.8 with analysts targeting $6,000. 2 lakh to 2.5 lakh per 10 grams. I am personally thinking of this as a decade-long hold because every condition driving gold higher is accelerating, not fading. Silver closed above $93 after 6 consecutive years of global supply deficit. If silver crosses $120, Indian silver crosses 3.5 lakh to 4 lakh per kg. Silver is not just a fear trade, it is an inflation trade. When oil spikes, inflation follows, and when inflation follows, silver does not just protect your wealth, it multiplies it. Gold preserves wealth, silver grows it. Indian equities reward patience, and you need all three. The people who hedge with gold, stack silver, and held their SIPs through the noise are the ones who will actually build generational wealth, not the ones who panic on Monday morning. This is that moment. Follow me, I'm tracking this in real time, and sharing insights with mainstream media will not.